The UIL State Swimming and Diving Championships kicked off their final session Saturday morning at the Lee and Joe Jamail Swim Center in Austin, and we begin our coverage with the girls' 50-yard freestyle, where Johnson senior Jada Scott set the tone for her final high school meet. As the top seed, she dropped another 9 100ths off of her time and touched first overall in 22.42 seconds, winning the event by 2/10. But Scott wasn't done. She also used a strong back half to pull away from the field in the 100-yard breaststroke, out in 28.5 and back in 32 flat to win in 1:00.59, 7/10 ahead of second place. Scott ends her high school career with a flourish, 2 gold medals.
I was way more confident in the 100 breaststroke than I was for the 50 free, because 50 free is more of a close race than my 100 breaststroke. It's definitely a big deal to me, basically because throughout the 4 years that I've been here, I've been gradually working my way up. Freshman year, I didn't make it on the podium. Sophomore year, we made it to the podium. Junior year, also made it to the podium. And now, my senior year, now that I have 2 golds instead of silvers, I'm very happy with that. So
the San Antonio area was well represented in the girls' 200-yard freestyle. Churchill junior Carli Cronk and Reagan sophomore Montserrat Spielmann gave the field all they could handle. Both closed strong to take second and third, respectively. Cronk finished in 1 minute, 47.82 seconds, which is a new personal best, and Spielmann was third in 1:48.4. Cronk would later post a 6th-place finish in the 500-yard freestyle.
Same thing happened to me last year. In final in the 500, I kind of went down because I gave everything in my 200. Last year, I got a personal best in the 200. This year, I got a personal best in the 200. And I'm hoping next year that I also drop another second and go 1:46 in the 200.
Spielmann then turned around about a half hour later for the 100-yard butterfly. She was third at the halfway mark and then turned and burned on the backstretch. Out in 25.2, back in 28.2 to touch first overall in 53.42 seconds. That's a victory by 9 100ths of a second. It takes her a second to see the time, but once she does, she celebrates as a newly crowned state champ.
Like I said last time, I've really been wanting to go that 53, so to be able to hit it again and go another best time, it's super exciting. I'm really happy with that. Trust the training, it's really tough to do these 2-day meets and just come back and just it's hard to stay focused, but trust the training, know that you're gonna have it in you, and just discipline, off the walls discipline and everything.
Earlier in the meet, girls 200-yard individual medley, O'Connor senior Sonia Vaishnani was deadlocked in a tight battle for the podium. 4 swimmers were separated by a little over a second at the finish, but thanks to an incredible back half featuring a 33.9 breaststroke split and a 28.4 freestyle leg, Vaishnani touches second overall in 2:00.04. She's taking silver back to San Antonio.
It is the best time. So yesterday I also went a best time 2:01.25, and I was extremely happy with it, but I knew I wanted to get as close as I can to 1:59, and so being 0.05 away from it is awesome. I've always wanted to represent O'Connor, and coming this year and getting second, I feel like I did as much as I could, and I'm extremely happy to put the name out there.
Vaishnani would also finish 9th in the 100-yard breaststroke in 1:02.98. And Churchill junior Serena Luna took 14th in the 200 IM as well. And congratulations to Lee senior Lizzie Zadell, who finished 12th overall in both the 50 freestyle and 100-yard freestyle. She was thrilled with both of her swims. Clark junior Evan Croley was the headliner on the boys' side, and he went up against several heavyweights today. First in the 100-yard freestyle, Croley clawed his way to the wall, 3rd overall in 44.19 seconds to match his bronze medal finish from last season. Then in the 100-yard backstroke, Croley again found himself in a 3-man race for the podium. Neck and neck at the finish, Croley touches 3rd overall again in 48.08 seconds. 2 bronze medals for Croley and a best time for his best showing so far at state.
I've been looking for a drop in it for a while, 48.2 to 48.0. Not a big drop, but one I'm happy with. It's little victories, jumping that one place to have 2 podiums instead of just 1. It's a pretty big victory for me, and I'm really happy with it.
Croley's senior teammate Braden Mandacina then dove in for one of the tightest 100-yard breaststroke races in recent memory. Closing in 29.7, Mandacina fights his way to the wall in 55.75 seconds, just missing the podium by 3/10, but he was also only 2/10 ahead of 7th place. Earlier in the meet, he also finished 15th in the 100-yard butterfly, and in that same consolation final, Reagan junior Noah Ott finished 12th in 50.15. The Churchill distance crew had their work cut out for them this morning. Let's start with the 500-yard freestyle. Senior Tommy Irwin put together an incredible back half and surged ahead of the lanes next to him, but he couldn't quite close fast enough to make the podium. He finished in 4 minutes, 27.96 seconds for 4th place. His teammate Luke Peterson finished 10th in the consolation heat, but the roles were reversed in the 200-yard freestyle. There, Peterson competed in the A final and finished 8th overall in 1 minute 39.67 seconds. Irwin was 13th in the B final. And last but certainly not least, in the consolation final of the 100-yard backstroke, Johnson senior Ian Stewart finished 15th in 51.17. Before we close things out, let's swing on over to the diving well for the girls' 1-meter diving competition. Sotomayor junior Catalina Devia secured a top 8 finish by scoring 406.15 points. She has now set the bar for the highest finish at state for anyone from the Wildcats' young swimming and diving team. In the boys' 1-meter competition, Taft junior Roldan Salas was 13th, and Brandeis's Yvonne Wester was 14th. Congratulations to all of the area athletes who competed at this year's state meet, and good luck to the seniors as they transition to college. We've got a lot more highlights and results from the UIL swimming season right now on the BGC page at ksat.com, including recaps from the entire build-up to state. Swing by and check them out. We'll see y'all next year.